Please, I must ask a favor. What say? Do you have business with the Valiant Trading Company? My people of the Dwape. We signed a contract with the company. We were not understanding the terms at the time.
Too many big words for you, friend? Next time, hire an advocate.
I wish to, what say, renegotiate. But the clerks turned me away. My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra. He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our island for themselves. Daughter of Amira, you are knowing of these things?
I am not a daughter of Amira, and yes, I know of them. I cannot know the details of the contract without seeing it myself, but it sounds quite ordinary for the company.
Father has fallen ill, and the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin. Akira, already this treatment is not so unusual. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deepest well. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people. I showed Luca a new contract, yes? Fairer, more agreeable terms. Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards. A man in the gullet offered to assist me. He carried papers, ink, and wax. He helped to write a new contract in the Valian way and to fix the correct seals. Luca, I say he did not like this. He took my contract and forced me into the streets. I do not know this word. I would fix, but Luca will not give me the chance. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way. Luca has it secured in a chest. Tangaloa's jaws such trouble for parchment, I say. Akira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done. My words were only the crashing of waves. You will speak with authority, I say.
This room stifles already. Must you crowd it further? Ak, a lawful claim, I might add, no matter what the native says to the contrary. He showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paperwork and theirs. Tawenu is lucky I only seized the forgery. The Gallet is too good for his kind. Your villager friend would do well not to stand between the company and our prize. The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And right now, Tawenu is a problem. Besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir and his ignorant cliente. Simple enough. We take on the burden of caring for the tribe in exchange for luminous Adra rights. Tawenu is myopic if he thinks his tribe can thrive under a Ranga in this climate. This is the homeland they signed away for money, Ak. I can almost guarantee the company will put it to more dignified use. This is... Ak, true enough. But breaking a contract for diplomacy's sake is simply not done. I would be remiss to uphold one contract to the detriment of our operation. Go on then. Some of us have more important duties.
Akira, you return. What say, friend? Akira, I cannot believe. A light after our long sorrow.
Valia makes the work of conquering you people look easy.
Their words are poison, I say, as are yours. My village is modest, but I came prepared. I set aside a few gems for trading. They are yours by right. You are a friend of the Dwape. We do not forget.
Come closer, Watcher. We should speak. And here I thought Tawenu would hold vigil on the company's stoop until the last shard of Audra was dredged up from the ruins of his village. Sometimes it pays to be wrong. Plenty of folk disagreed with you, it seems. I wonder, what makes you so different? The Valian Trading Company is so fixated on incremental profits that by the time they make any real headway, Rawatai will own every island in all but name. And the Hawana are so gullible that their loyalties will be spread across 500,000 contracts, and nothing but black powder will remind them who truly owns Deadfire. Stop by the Royal Deadfire District sometime. Rawatai needs men and women of action to represent our interests. And I can see a promising career for someone like you.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico. Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. Ado, sere palegina.
Captain,
An unexpected honor, to be sure. The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Rador. Merlin, and he hired muscle.
Are you so drunk you think a brother of the Consualias would hire herself out as a thug?
Sir, many of us have tumbled very far indeed from lofty heights. I pass no judgment. Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar. Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare. And the blow to the back of the head that followed, Merlight hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets. It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare. If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos would regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast. When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
Consider it done.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you? Oh, her. Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences. The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here, to touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. That explains quite a lot. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him? Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Already on it.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget. I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this. Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength. But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Ha! Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time. Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask. Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling. Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Ha! Not meant for delicate work. Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a Mauer and death godlike. The pay's good and my clients are interesting enough. You caught me there. The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean? Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window. Where to? No kidding. I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit? Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
See something you like? Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikitaka. As you can see, I stayed. A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead. Did you enjoy the show? There's till later then.
Not a problem.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet? It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous Adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that. The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now? The perk of being an elf, eh? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever. See, this is why I don't like to tell people about it. They get all weird, like you right now. Being weird. Oh, Oswald, you've really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool. Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay bent over the bulwark giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick. When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked. Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go. Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die. Well, you already did, but me, I mean. All real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift. And wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me. And there's something to that. I like to think I'm the same way. Except I chose to believe in the goodness of a giant statue that kills everything it passes. Sometimes I have second thoughts about that. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path? Well, hard to argue with that. And I might get some strange looks if I did. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church. Yeah, I guess it was. Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should. You pray to him, he might help you too.
There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes. Following Aethys was right. Had no reason to question. Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen? This better be some cause for all the damage he's done. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing. I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things. Makes me feel like I'm doing some good going with you.
Please, sir, a coin. Hey, thanks.
That's close enough. Perfetto. Smarter than you look. Can't be too careful. Queen's Birth has an edge to her. Nasenale. I've never had a roof over my head longer than an evening. I guess cutting me loose was cheaper on my parents than a passage back to the Republics. Or a few bites of bitter squash. Agrasima. That'll staunch my pains for an evening at least. Ugh, if they are the same ones who robbed Radora blind. The boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his Botso friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
Speak freely. Aye, aye.
Hey.
So she asked him what you the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough. Zamar has money problems. Cotter has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar. Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback. Zamar can keep Principe's ships afloat.
Cotta tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks. The coin is gone, amico. Ale for Cotta's friends and food for Cotta's wolf. Macasita gets the rest. Seletia, the throat!
Death to our enemies!
Come on, Pixie. On!
You're mine! That's done.
You were saying?
Just say the word. I'm on it.
It is not as easy as it seems to turn a profit in Neketaka, but there is opportunity.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling? Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Redora? Has she sobered up yet, or do we need to shake her by her ankles? Robbed! Abidon's fist! Someone's feeling bold to prey on a captain in Queen's Birth. Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it. That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well-deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart.
Same could be said of the Wahaki tribe, and look what happened to them.
For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove. But your friend's mouth has raised the price by 500. I don't ask my clients their business because it gets in the way of mine. Iguana are good customers.
I'll see that you get your money's worth, Captain.
Your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a belly full of fire kelp.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
A cozy, fair night, if our appearance offends.
Save your breath. I am a sworn brother of the Conch Swolias, neither available for nor interested in your wooing.
Postenago. He doesn't know when to stop flirting. We have business. What do you want? The family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something to them?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on Valian terms.
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Now who's being naive?
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy me.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Our country benefits little from the flowers of its great families cutting each other down in their prime. First blood should satisfy your honor.
I was the one who suggested fisticuffs, but you were eager to cut me open.
To first blood, then. Shall we resume?
Vidorio! Another scar for your collection. Of course. I let Urso's poisonous insults waylay me again.
Enjoy this moment, Bardato. I will see your satisfaction turn to ashes.
Come, we will toast to Vidorio at the estate. Also, try to remember your place next time. Orso is lucky I did not take off his nose.
Laro has returned to the estate intact. Perfetto. Too much Bardato blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata. Nothing has been solved, only delayed. Here, for your discretion. You have not met Mother, have you? I'm certain she'll have work for someone invested in the family.
You were saying? Ishi. Quiet time. Just say the word. Ishi. Quiet time.
Yeah? Leave it to me. Already. No. Not a problem.
What have we?
Not sure I can.
Let's see what's in here, as promised. I'll have this open in no time. That'll do it.
A newcomer. I thought you might visit. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies. Ado Pallegina. My compliments to the Brotherhood.
Ado, Maestra. The Duke's bells wish you good health and good fortune.
If I can make your time in Queen's Birth more profitable, it would be my delight. You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. When Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain. Perhaps in time, if Great Wodica judges us worthy of supporting the company. Word has spread fast about the little spectacle of the dogs. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardato can help one another. Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues. Zilli Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers, a meek-tempered boy, fonder of song and drink than the family business. He might spill something of his family's affairs. The governor is interested in how much luminous adra we can export. Nothing else matters. To that end, I look forward to the day when we won't need Valera thugs backing our interests. Then I will sleep better at night. My hopes do not hinge on being proven right at every turn. Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent. Ugh. My bank shoulders the costs of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand. Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying. Are you still with me? Well, I will endeavor to hold your interest next time. Betello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions. Oh dear. You're serious, aren't you? You think I'd put myself in pistol range of that old imp? I suppose it's not your honor, I doubt. I have little objection to discussing the matter. I simply doubt Otello will listen.
Still as a pond.
A moment of your time, Watcher. The Bardatos and Valeras may be at each other's throats, but both are vital to the company's strategy in the Deadfire. The Bardatos are not on the company's board, but they are major investors in company operations. The Valeras keep pirates from sacking our ships. The company will tolerate some level of mischief and bloodshed, even murder between them. But not burning one family to the waterline. I will not tolerate it either. Is that clear? Good. It may come to violence, but use restraint. A little spilled blood may cool passions on both sides, but it has a greater chance of inflaming them.
You have an appointment to see the vault, sir? De veras? Just exploring the vault that holds the Bardato fortune? Per Blanca, go upstairs before I have to sully my lady's tiles.
Apologies, Lord, if I intrude upon your peace. Inspiration eludes me still. If you are after some scenery, I suggest the far end of the bridge. It smells better when the wind blows in from the sea, of course. Oh, sure, what about? Guess that means you've spent at least an hour or two in town. I had hoped to do just that, but it doesn't seem that my hopes have any bearing on the matter. Whatever Percy's cooking up, it's only going to make things worse. Percy's family, that means something, even if I think she's wrong at best, an idiot at worst. I caught Cousin Persa running her mouth off about the job Belder got her involved in. Percy's been spending time in the gullet, in the tavern down there. Maybe she could tell you more. Sorry, I guess you got a mouthful, huh? I really ought to get back to my loot.
Some of these... Don't tell, but I try harder for the ones I like better.
Keeping an eye out.
Relax, Bayer. In and out, no complications.
Relax? We're emptying a vault, not water shaping. Martino better come through with that boat he promised.
I'm sure there's a dinghy in your future.
Of course.
I've been dreaming about a priest that died, then rose again. What do you think that means? I see him walking Aora. Nothing but bones, lit by the flames of his soul.
My intelligence speaks of agitated whispers in the Valera household. Have on, then, and don't leave me in suspense. Now we know enough to sidestep this particular trap. Here, your deserving pay. I suggest we allow this heist to play out as intended. We will watch as our enemies walk into a trap. This will be the end of the Valera's short, ignoble reign in high society. It most decidedly is. I have no use for a faint heart. Find me when you come to your senses.
Let's take a look.
What did you find? Prettier than when you left or so.
Merla, cut it down. Laro got lucky, that's all. No problem.
Captain, just say the word. Still as a pond.
have this open in no time, as promised. Just say the word. Let's see what's in here. That'll do it. I'm on it.
Captain, still as a pond.
Already on it.
You were saying? Give me the order. What if we hear? Speak freely.
Need a hand? I'll have this open in no time. Let's see what's in here, as promised. Can do.
Am I supposed to play nanny? They listen to you, Martino. Enough. We have a guest.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls. You will forgive me if I'm distracted. Trouble and scandal plague my household. You kept Laro and Orso from the Beyond. We could use such a mediator. Martino has need of muscle and brains outside of the Valera house. I will entertain your curiosity. Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon. The Bardato Bank shuts us out of investments and stifles our finances. This is the richest prospect on Iora, but we cannot grow our family business.
Can't make coin at the expense of others? Now that's a crying shame.
If you know a better way of squeezing profit out of these islands, I'm open to hearing it. Ezali is a rich thug, and someday she will get what's coming to her. If we must. What is it? After everything that she... Madeko, what is she planning?
You're not considering this? The Bardatos have nearly ruined us!
Enough, Martino. I will not let our families tear each other to ribbons while I can avoid it. Tell Ezali to meet us here. I won't be lured into a trap.
I'll I'll have this open. That'll do it.
Speak up. My business never sits still for long. Fratello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions. You're serious? If this is some Valera trick, I'm not walking into a trap without keeping an eye on you as well. Very well. If nothing else, this promises to be entertaining.
You run your bank like a crime syndicate. Some of us struggle to tell the difference.
We can take it up with the director anytime you feel like explaining why your children are intimidating my merchants. I see our would-be mediator has arrived. Well, we're here. I hope this wasn't some elaborate, ill-advised jest.
I would not willingly welcome a Bardato beneath my roof for the sake of a jest.
Maestra and Maestre. As you know, the brothers of the Consualias are often called upon to help mediate conflicts between the dukes, the Consualia Segia, and the great houses of the Republic, such as yours. I would not presume to suggest your quarrel will be easy to mend, but Diverus, during my service I have seen much bloodier feuds mended with time and patience. I have also seen the wrath of the Duke's bells turned against those who would cloud the skies of our nation's fortunes with their vendettas. I urge you to seek a remedy for your injuries that produces a lasting peace, for all our sakes.
What a surprise to hear courtly speech under the Valera roof.
You Pastenagos hearken to the songs of an armored bird.
Quiet, Martino. Watcher, now would be the time to lay out your reasoning.
Our allies? I don't think you've been paying attention.
Azali made her living off turning on her employers. She doesn't recognize loyalty.
What else? We turned up and proved you didn't need 10 generations of inbreeding to get the job done. And the Bardatos took offense.
It suits you to play the slighted paupers, doesn't it? Atello Valera insulted me to the governor's face. His son maimed one of my guards. I tired of their play at innocence. I have raised up my family through effort and sacrifice. Once you own the castle, things change. Yes. Yes, I do. They are passable sailors.
Of course, but...
I want the Principe out of the trade lanes.
What?
Half of this month's shipments are missing. I'll give you coin and crew for 5 ships to earn back my investment.
6 ships. With 6, I will drive the Principe from these waters like rats from a fire.
6 ships? I believe we just made a deal, Valera.
Then it's settled?
So it seems. For the time being. Time will tell if this arrangement is a favorable one. My hosts, you'll excuse me if I return home.
Never saw myself breaking bread with a Bardato.
With our new capital, the fleet can be fully restored by month's end. Here, you may count yourself as one of the family. That grants you the right to this blade.
Better that the Valeras ran our fleet against the rocks than suffer peace with our enemies. Ack, when we outfit our new fleet, I will vent my anger on the Principe. If the Bardatos are serious about financing our repairs, then the Valeras will be back at sea in no time. From there, we do what we do best, hunting Principe boats and waving at the crew as they sink. Is drama an acceptable answer? I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Our family could do worse than make peace with such accomplished foes.
You've brought us peace in a difficult time. Thank you.
I never thought to see a Valera on my payroll. I have not forgotten my debt to you. The Bardato vault is crowded with enough heirlooms that we won't miss this one.